Hi everybody, it's Miss Melanie. Welcome to week 3. 1, 2, 3. 3. There's lots of ways to show me 3. Could do it like that. Could do it like that. Okay, week 3 of first grade. We've made it to week 3. You guys have been amazing in class, amazing on distance learning, and I hope that you're enjoying first grade because I love having you guys in my class, and I know Miss Cindy does too. So this is the math video for week 3. The first day, so Monday or Tuesday, this week we're finishing up our review of the numbers up through 20. I don't know about Miss Cindy, but I know that I've been a little bit behind in class getting through all those numbers, so I'm really hoping to finish them up completely on Monday or Tuesday. I might have to go a little bit into Wednesday and Thursday, but because we're just trying to teach so much. But we'll definitely have all the numbers done by Wednesday or Thursday. Then on Wednesday, if you're doing distance learning at home, you will, in your new packet that you should be able to pick up tomorrow, on Monday, I mean, or Monday or Tuesday, your new packet will have this pre-quiz in it. And this is just for your kids to take, and everyone will be taking it in class as well. Take just to see just so you can see where they are already at with this skill. And so you know exactly what you need to focus on when you're teaching them. And that's why we do it in class too, is to just gauge where each of the kids is already, so we know exactly what to focus on. Because we are going to start learning out of the book this week. Each kid, all the distance learners already have their math workbook. Each kid will be getting a math book that looks like this. Sorry. It looks like this. They will be bringing it back and forth just like their binder, because they will be doing schoolwork in it, and they will be doing homework in it as well. In your binders, after the pre-quiz, in your binders you're going to, and in your packets, you're going to have a page that looks like this. And this shows the math schedule for week 3 and week 4. And the reason I've done this is because most of the work is in the book, so I can't really put the pages into the binder. So the pages are in the book. So I just did a schedule so you know which pages they're doing in class and which pages they're doing at home. So remember, the S means they're doing it in school. So don't have your kids do that work at home, because then they have to redo it when they're in class. I've had a couple students do that. The H work is the homework. Make sure that's what they're doing at home, is the work under the home tab that's labeled with an H, okay? And on here it even says H, that's the homework. S is the schoolwork, okay? So they want to be doing the homework. Okay, so this week our first chapter is count on to add. That is the skill. So we want them, rather than, like, I have this problem up here on the board. There are 5 cats in a barn. 3 more cats join them. How many cats in all? So I don't want the kids, they are welcome to use their fingers. Fingers are a great tool for kids, especially this young, and especially learning math really for the first time. So they can use counters, which they will be using in class. They can use buttons, they can use beans, whatever you have at home. If you're doing this at home, they can use whatever. But fingers are perfectly acceptable tools for them to use in first grade. But we don't want them going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, we want them to know that this is 5. This is why we reviewed the numbers. This is 5, so we're going to start at 5, and then we're going to count on. So 5, 6, 7, 8. That's the answer. That's the answer we're looking for, and that's the skill that we want them to learn. It's okay if they don't have it right on the pre-quiz, but watch them when they do the pre-quiz. If they're starting at 1 every single time, this is the skill we're trying to teach them, is to start at the beginning number and count on from there. So when you're teaching at home, or if you're doing homework at home, make sure they're starting at that beginning number and counting on from there. Sorry, the first day, yeah, I told you the first day we were finishing up going to 20. This is the second day work. We will be working out of the book. We will, in class, we will do, and Cindy and I will be introducing this skill. And when I do the distance learning call, I will be introducing this skill, and Cindy will as well. And we will be doing pages 7 through 12 in class. At home, you will be doing pages 13 through 16 as homework. Okay, so, and it says on the schedule that there's an optional page front and back, but there actually is not. There's not an optional page in the binder or in your packets. It's just the workbook pages, so disregard that for this week. That is going to be our homework for this week. Of course, if you have any questions on the homework, we want you to ask us, let us know. Miss Cindy or I are happy to help with any of the homework, so just make sure you ask. The homework for day 1 looks like this. Okay, so this is the first one, and this is going up to 20. You've seen sheets like this in the homework before. They're just counting the fruit. Make sure they're crossing out each one as they count so that they know that they've already counted it, and then they're writing the number down here. They should know how to write these numbers. We've gone over it in class, or we will on these ones. We will go over how to write these numbers. If they write it incorrectly, please correct them. Please correct them. If they're writing a 21 instead of a 12, please correct them, because we have gone over in class that this is a 12 and this is a 21, and you cannot interchange the numbers. They're not interchangeable because it's not the same number. Please correct them. Also, if they're writing their numbers backwards, please correct them. I correct them in class. I know Cindy does as well. We want them learning how to write the numbers the correct way, and I know sometimes they write them backwards, and that's very normal, but the more we correct them, the more they're going to get it in their head to write it the correct way. And to correct them, I would just write one next to theirs and say, do these look the same? Do these numbers look the same? Okay, can you erase yours and make yours look like mine? That's the best way to correct them without making them feel bad or not smart because they didn't write it the correct way. Okay, so that's the first page. Second page, they're counting all the turkeys that start with 20. They're coloring the turkeys, or not that start with 20, that have a 20 on them. They're coloring all the turkeys that have 20. They're counting them up and they're writing that number down here. Okay, third page, color all the spaces with the number 20 on it. And then they're down here, it says, can you count how many 20s there are in the picture? Have them write that number down here, how many 20s they found. Last page, they're just writing their numbers 1 through 20, one number in each box. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is a great place to correct them and have them do it again. I really would love to see this back from all of you so I can see that the kids have identified their numbers. If you help them with it, if you help them identify what it looks like, will you put a star around next to it or circle it or indicate in some way that they did not know how to write that number so that we can be working on that in class? Because sometimes it's hard to tell in class because I help them with the schoolwork in class if they actually know how to write that number or not, and I know Cindy would like that information as well. So if you help them identify how to write a certain number, please indicate that somewhere on their homework so we know. And then the homework for day 2 is in the book. It's pages 13 through 17. Like I said, make sure you're sending their math book back and forth. Here's the first one. 6 blocks are yellow, 2 blocks are red. How many blocks in all? And it says, how do you know? They don't have to write, how do they know? But ask them, how do you know? How do you know that you're correct? And have them use this space. Have them draw it out. Draw 6 yellow dots and 2 red dots, or however you want to let them do that, but have them use this space to figure it out. That's 15. Sorry, 13. Pretty simple. They're just counting on to add. So there are 6. You want them to start at 6, 7. So 6 plus 1 equals 7. 5, so start at 5, have them write the numbers here, 6, 7, 8. The answer is 8. Same with this page is the same. Then you do the page I showed you, page 15. Page 16. This is the last page they're doing as homework this day. It's just one problem, and then they want you to connect to it, just saying how is yours different from the model. So pretty easy stuff. If you have any questions, please let us know. Sometimes the way the math book sets things up can get confusing, but once it's explained to you, it's actually quite easy. So the math book can be a little bit confusing sometimes. So that's math this week. Don't forget to give the pre-quiz if you're distance learning. Your kids will get the pre-quiz in class, and then next week, after they are all done with this chapter, actually the following week, they will get the quiz to make sure that they've learned the information. And if they haven't, then we'll reteach. But that is all for this week for math. I hope you guys are having a great week, and we will see you soon. Thank you. Bye.